John sipped his green tea slowly, barely registering how the steaming hot liquid was scalding his tongue. His mind was elsewhere. $10 she comes in her all smiles like nothing is wrong, he thought bitterly as he eyed the glass door that led into the cozy tea shop where he now waited with racing mind and broken heart. He sighed and took another long draught from the cup, though this time he regretted it as the still boiling tea scalded his throat all the way down into his stomach. John put the teacup down, closed his eyes, and let his head fall into his hands. How could she? He asked himself for what must have been the 200th time in the last week. I told that to her in confidence. She swore she would never speak of it, never use it against me, and yet, his eyes opened like two blazing furnaces as his hands, previously flat on his face, rolled into tight balls of ire. And yet. It was at that moment that the bell at the door rang, signaling a new visitor, and his eyes, still smoldering with wrath, turned towards the object of his contempt and disappointment. $10 to me. John, the woman called with a jubilance so sickly sweet that he practically gagged. She ran over to him, her arms stretched open, but he did not even rise from his seat. You're 15 minutes late, Jane, he stated coldly. Jane's smile faltered for a moment, but was quickly reinstated with a wave of her hand. You know it takes me forever to get ready. I always want to look my best, she declared before taking the seat across from him. What are you drinking? Green tea, he answered with a stone-like firmness. Blah. I cannot understand why you like that bitter stuff. Chai is so much better with all its delicious spices and nice aroma. His fists tightened. I'm not here to discuss tea with you, Jane, he growled. This time, the smile did not quickly bounce back, but made a hasty retreat from the woman's face. No. You're right, we're not here to discuss tea, she agreed as she adjusted herself in her chair before beginning again. Listen, we both went too far with that last fight dash. We? He asked incredulously. Jane shifted again. Okay, mostly me, but no fight is entirely one-sided, she quickly added. Even so, I know when I've done wrong, so, I'm sorry. The tea shop fell silent as the two stared at each other, one side with the most minuscule amount of humility as well as a boatload of expectation, the other with barely restrained volcanic fury. That's it? John finally replied, his voice like rumbling thunder. That's all you have to say? Jane blinked as her brow furrowed in confusion. I said I'm sorry, what more do you want? John leaned in, eyes ablaze and teeth bared. You used my weakness against me, Jane, he hissed. You did the one thing you swore to me, you'd never do. You used it against me after you explicitly told me I was safe in telling you. You used that against me and yo.